Hello everyone, this is Nick, and I'm going to be playing some Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Now, this game came out something around like 2 weeks ago or so on early access. I've had a lot of chances to play it. I've put about, I think, 140, 150 hours into the game already, kind of testing it out and, looking through all the patches that they've been releasing every day. I think they're up to like 11 or 12 patches, so pretty much one per day, which is pretty amazing for someone that already got a game out into early access. They're really being very attentive to little fixes and little changes and whatnot. But I took a while. I actually had started recording um, when I first started playing the game, but I really didn't have a grasp for it yet. I have played Warband a lot in the single player campaign, but I hadn't gotten used to Bannerlord just yet. I was trying to play around, and I wasn't really too I wasn't too happy with the recordings that I was getting, with the footage that I was getting, because I was kind of fumbling around. I didn't really know what I was doing, and now that I kind of have a feel for the game, I feel like it's pretty good to start doing a little mini series on this. It's gonna take a while though, because this is an incredibly lengthy and grindy game, the same way Warband was. And as far as I can tell, there's a lot of things, or there are a lot of things, better said, that aren't quite implemented just yet. So all these sort of culture bonuses, I don't think are implemented yet. But I'm probably going to choose one which I feel could benefit me the most in case, they release a patch in these coming days or weeks where they do start to become implemented. So let's see. I'm kind of thinking the Vlandian culture, the 20% more upgraded XP to troops in battles. Um, I feel like out of all the different, bonuses that if one does start all of a sudden working one of these days, I feel like this one is probably the best one to try to get units up to, the highest tier possible that they can be in the quickest amount of time. So I feel like the Vlandian culture would suit me the best. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be joining the Vlandians. I might. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be using Vlandian troops. I might, but I don't know. I just really like that bonus thing. Um, I pretty much already have an idea for what I'm going to be going for in terms of troops and style of play. We're going to get into that probably a little bit later on, but in essence, I'm basically eventually going to just become an absolutely murderous psychopath and pretty much just execute everyone in all of Calradia, thus being the sole lord over all the lands. Probably going to do that, but first I have to make a couple friends, have to find a wife, have to create a legacy, spit out some kids, etc., etc. But eventually, everyone's gonna die. Everyone's gonna get decapitated by mine axe. But yes, let's go ahead and select this bonus, this culture bonus, in the off chance that it starts to actually work one of these days. And let's go ahead and create my character. All right, so here we go. Got our little character made. This young man clearly has some deep-rooted psychological issues because he decided to get his fucking face tattooed, but uh, probably hates his parents. Who knows? I don't think I'm gonna go for any kind of facial hair because I don't know if it's just my settings that I had to absolutely tank to even be able to remotely play this game. But the facial hair, I mean the hair in general looks pretty fucking bad. I don't know if it's an early access thing, but I mean look, it looks like a bird nest. It's just like, what is this? What is this? It literally looks like just like straw or a bird's nest on my face. So I think I'm just gonna go, uh, you know, clean shaven, forego any type of facial hair. Also for a hygienic value, I'm gonna be out living in like the hills and the forests and whatnot. I mean, I don't want to catch a bunch of lice and stuff in my beard, so we shave our beards in my warband. All right, now choosing the actual family. I don't really care about the storyline of all this. I really am just looking for very specific stats. I think for the melee stuff, I'm only going to be going for polearms, so I try to get that as high as possible, and I, maximize the efficiency of the focus points that I put into any type of weapon skill. I had previously played trying to kind of level everything up, and I found it was slightly inefficient. So I'd put like, 2 to 3 focus points in pole arms, 2 in two-handed, 3 in one-handed, and I'd like try to get everything up. I think it'd be better just to kind of put like 4 or 5 focus points in one weapon skill, and use different types of that weapon for the same thing. I think I'm gonna go for pole arms. Probably going to go for the long glaive on horseback and the short regular glaive on foot in castle sieges and town sieges and all that. For control, probably going to go for bow. Bow is really, really nice to use. Don't really want to use crossbow. I feel it's kind of slow. Throwing just is the ammo issue, so probably just going to go for bow and control. In terms of endurance, I'm probably going to get all. I'm going to try to get focus points into all three of these skills: riding, athletics, and smithing. Cunning, I'm going to completely ignore. If anything, I can just get some party members to do my scouting or roguery or tactics for me. In terms of social, probably going to try to get charm and leadership up a bit. Trade, maybe like 1 point, maybe two, because it's really, really easy to level up if you do a little bit of manual trading. So it's a good way to get a couple of levels. And then intelligence, probably just stewardship. I don't think I'm going to be putting points into medicine or engineering. I don't know how the surgeon role works if you are not the surgeon. Like, I don't know if you actually get the surgeon bonuses if you don't currently have the clan role of surgeon. So I'm just going to have a party member be my surgeon and probably another party member try to be my engineer. I hope I can find one. I have found wanderers who have unassigned focus points, so if I do find one of those, I'll probably pick him or her up, and assign a couple points in engineer, and they can be the people leading my sieges. But I'm just going to be getting points in steward because it's incredibly easy to level up, and it's a great way to get a couple of nice, easy levels. So let's go ahead and look for those specific skills. Here we go. Polearm and riding. That's a pretty good one. Baron's retainer. That's okay. I probably don't want to point in trade just yet. No, no, and no. So Baron's retainer it is. 1 point in riding, 1 point in polearm. Beautiful. As a child, you were noted for leadership and tactics. No. Brawn. No. Attention to detail. No. Trade and engineering. No. Way with people. Ooh, there we go. That's a nice one. Charm and leadership. Yes. Charm and leadership. My way with people. Like all village children, you helped out in the fields. You also. Nope. 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 I think it's gonna have to be sold produce at the market. Produce, sorry. I don't really think I want to point in tactics. I don't want medicine. And I probably don't want engineering. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be 1 point in trade, 1 in charm. That'll work. As a youngster growing up in Calradia, war was never too far away. You. Nope. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. So either rode with the scouts or trained with the cavalry. Let's get rode with the scouts. Let's get that point in bow. Yeah, bow and riding. That's not bad. Before you set out for a life of adventure, your biggest achievement was. Nope. Nope. Maybe, but 2 points in trade. Oh, I don't know. No. Ah, that's not bad. 1 in steward, 1 in charm. Treated people well. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Nice to. Gonna have pretty high charm early on. Won't be very effective in the early game, but later on that'll be very, very nice. Not bad, not bad. Like many families in Calradia, your life was upended by war, your home was ravaged by the passage of army after army, etc., etc. Your parents were slain and your... Ah, yes, the storyline. So people were kidnapped, parents were slain, brother and sister kidnapped, and I survived. Me and my other brother survived um, because I organized the travelers to break out. 4 points in charm, huh? 4 in charm, 2 in leadership. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. That's the best of all the other options. Alright, enter your name. Good all reliable, all reliable. I think it will be. Right, so there we go. 4 points in charm, 2 in leadership. We're not going to be seeing much leveling in charm early on until we join a faction and actually start voting for influence costs and whatnot, voting for, people to keep or to get certain settlements and castles and whatnot. But I think this is what it's going to start looking like. Focus points into polearm, bow, riding. Sadly, I didn't put anything into athletics and smithing yet, but as we go leveling up, we'll get a couple of points in there. And leadership, we'll probably leave it 2 for a while, but I'm going to want a couple more points into stewardship, probably up to 3 or 4 even. Maybe even 5 at some point, because stewardship levels so nicely. But looking pretty good, looking pretty good. All right, let's go. Next. Now, I'm probably just going to leave everything very easy because I'm still not 100% used to how everything works, and I'll probably just leave it pretty damn easy, especially the movement speed, recruitment possibilities, and then player receive damage. I mean, playing the way I like, just going face first into a whole bunch of cavalry, if I change this at all, I'm going to be dead very, very quickly. So I'll look into changing the friendly troops and friendly parties receive damage, but for now we're just going to leave it nice and easy. It's just going to be a nice chill playthrough where I execute everyone. That's really pretty much it. Alright, so if you know anything about Bannerlord, the main quest, this thing about, finding your family and all that, it's not really fleshed out just yet. I'm going to skip the tutorial. Time is of the essence. I'm not going to do all the tutorial stuff, so we're just going to go ahead and absolutely skip this. But basically, I am looking for my family. Yes. My family name. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. What sounds very... Is there anything that sounds really, like, just horrible, like absolute, just horrid fantasy, like really, really crap fantasy, like Ironclad, like that can be my family name. Yeah, I can change it in the future, but yeah, Ironclad, like that's really, really bad. I like that. Banner, Banner. I like the stag. I always used the stag in Warband with something like this. Yeah, black and white. I tend to use that black and white stag. I'll probably be using it now as well. I really like that. I really do. How does it look on shields? Be a bit bigger? Be like there. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so here I am on my little horse. I've got a sumpter horse, 2 sacks of grain, and some pretty crap stuff. A mountain hunting bow, spiked mace. It's not bad. I'll be able to capture a lot of prisoners to sell, to ransom off at some point. Yes, I love how there's certain items that you start off with in your civilian outfit that aren't actually civilian items. So it's blue. You can't actually equip it, but since you start off with it, you do have it in your civilian outfit anyway. And that did stay there because I did cancel. Yes, okay. Alright. So we've got our little horse. We've got 27 basic arrows. The pretty bad little mountain hunting bow. And here we have it, Calradia. Now, what I'm probably going to do is, first off, I need to find a couple of companions, but to hire a couple of companions, of which I think I can have, yeah, up to 3 right now, but as my clan tier starts improving, I'll be able to get 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, and 8, etc., etc., etc. So I'll be able to hire more companions as my clan tier improves. And not only that, but as your clan tier improves, you'll be able to find more heroes. These are the wanderers who are currently around the area, all these people. Wainwright, haven't seen that name before. Oh, an engineer. This must be new. This must be new to the beta because I don't think you could just start out with engineers. I'm gonna have to hire you. You're already an engineer. Very nice. What I'm probably gonna do though, once I get, like 2,000-3,000 gold to be able to hire any one person I want, is I'm probably going to go meet all these people. I'm going to do this off camera because it's going to fucking take me like 3 hours, but I'm going to meet all these people, save the game before hiring them all, hire each and every one, one individually, then load, hire the next one, load, hire the next one, load, etc., 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 to see if there's anyone that has unused focus points. I had at one point found a follower that had 14 unused focus points, and it was absolutely phenomenal because I basically just got to customize a really great follower with, focus points and skills that I wanted him to have. So I'm going to see if there are people that have free focus points, and then kind of, decide on who I want in my party in accordance to that. But these are interesting names. Golden, that's pretty good tactics. Could probably use that. Although tactics, I'm pretty sure the passive for tactics is only when you auto-resolve a battle, not when you actually play it custom. So seems like a pretty pointless skill. I don't know if I care too much about tactics. He's got really good melee or warrior skills, I guess you could say. Combat skills. There you go, combat. Of the company, what's that? That's pretty shit. Of the company, you're absolutely horrible. The Swift. The Swift has Steward, Trade, and Roguery. Wow. That's quite a little loadout of skills you've got there, Billick the Swift. Dorian the Bull, just combat. Wanderer should just be combat, and scouting, that's nice. Hyena, have not seen that before. Roguery. Yeah, these are all new affixes that I have not seen before. Very nice. Grey Falcon, I like that. Scholar, what does that do? That's also engineering. Yes, but I saw someone the engineer with 80 engineering. That's pretty nice. Brave. A little bit of tactics. Decent, although not great. Ooh, the Prince. Roguery, that's a lot of roguery. The She-Wolf. Sounds interesting. There's no Shield Maiden. No Shield Maiden. But I believe I believe the red has Shield Maiden stats. It's just a man. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is Shield Maiden stats. And you're devious instead of sort of honorable and something. I think cruel. Shield Maidens are honorable and cruel, but you're devious and you have very similar stats. So that's not bad, Urien the Red. But again, I think more importantly than anything, I want to actually look and see if any of these people have unused focus points. That I think is going to be my priority, because then if I get to custom make my own follower, that would be amazing. The Hawk, eh? That's a pretty cool little name. But first, I need money. I need a bit of experience. I need a bit of gear. I need, a couple of soldiers, 10, 15, 20 soldiers, something like that. I need some food. There's a whole bunch of stuff I need to do before I go looking for a follower. Really, 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 really good way to do this, since I start out in Imperial Town, is basically just go town to town, beating all the tabloot Grand Masters. We do this by going to a tavern. Really, really easy way to make a very nice amount of money early on, if you know how to play tabloot. There are a bunch of games, mini games that you can play if you go to a tavern and go talk to the game master. Yes, tutorial, yes, here, I moved, right. So in Imperial Towns, you can come talk to this game host to play tabloot. Tabloot is a relatively easy game, and I'm going to bet you 500 gold to play tabloot as the defenders. I'm not very good at attackers, but as the defenders, I think I've only lost once, and it was due to a very stupid mistake, but these game masters seem to not be very well coded for this game. This game does involve slightly more strategy than all of the other mini games in Bannerlord. So, they tend to not do very well in tabloot. I guess it would need a little bit more coding. But I think there's like, oh, whoops, that was a bad move. Yeah, see, I'm not paying attention. That was an incredibly bad move, but we'll try to take that anyway. But there's Sigat, Konane, Bagchal, I think, was another one, and they're all sort of different, you know, very archaic games that have been played for centuries in different cultures, which are really nice and interesting to kind of check out and whatnot. But, oh, okay, all right. Oh, that's a somewhat decent move. I'm not paying attention. I think I'm going to stop talking and just beat this guy at Tabloot, and then we'll go from there. And there we go, an easy 500 gold for me. And I believe you can do this, I don't know, once per day, once per week at all the different taverns. So like right now, even, you know, I took this guy for 500 gold, and I don't think I can do it again. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't have the time for another game. I don't know what the cooldown is, but you can basically just go around all the Empire towns. It does depend on what culture, what original culture the town is. So, you know, if this town does get taken by, like, the Battanians or Valandians, it's not going to change. The tavern itself is still going to be the same. So, you can go around to Poros, Zeonica, Jalmares, sort of all these towns here. The, what is it? The southern, northern, and western Empire towns. All of these have Tabloot, which is a pretty simple game to play. At least I'm relatively good at it because the AI is crap at it. But, you know, just go get 500 gold, 500 gold, 500 gold, 500 gold all over the place. Very, very easy to make a little bit of money. Or you could just kill a bunch of looters, stuff which I'm also going to be doing too, leveling up my bow and riding and polearm and all that kind of stuff. But it's a pretty damn good way to get a little bit of money early on in the game. And then we're going to find out what we can do about getting a couple of wandering travelers as well. Hopefully some that can help us out with scouting, medicine, maybe engineering. I don't know. But I'm also going to want to try to get my renown up for my clan tier to level up a little bit. I think just 5 renown already gets me to clan tier 1. Is that possible? I haven't kept track of that very early on in the game. Let's actually go see if I can find a couple of looters on the way to my next town to get another 500 gold. And it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start meeting all the lords possible, because there is a kind of a real nuisance later on. If you haven't met one person that owns a whole bunch of territory, it can really kind of bog down your game, sometimes even crash your game. In a game I was actually playing very recently, the last game I was playing, I was actually a Sturgeon noble, and it was just me and my party members and my party followers, and the leader of Sturgia and his sort of, I guess, party people of his clan that kept following him around as well, you know. So it was only just one noble left, but he had a brother who I think was a governor of some town. But basically, long story short, I ended up defecting, backstabbed him, killed him, and a whole bunch of. But he had actually. He actually owned something like, I don't know, 20, 30 settlements and like a whole bunch of castles. He basically owned half of Calradia. Actually, probably more. A good 70% of Calradia. And when I killed him, everything that he owned went to his brother, who was a governor and also owned like 1 or 2 settlements. So the brother ended up owning like 80% of Calradia, and he was the last person standing. So all I had to do was kill the brother to inherit all of that for myself, because I was, you know, just by right going to get everything for killing him, because I owned a whole bunch of towns around the area as well. But if I killed him, I would essentially be the entire lord of all of Calradia. So I went to go kill him, but I had not met him yet. So in the introductory screen, where, you know, you say, I am blah blah and what is your name, they introduce themselves as the lord of XXX, you know, settlement or castle. You'll see that a lot. They say, like, for instance, if I go here, you know, this person will tell me, Pharaon will tell me, Where is it? My name is Sevaekor, sir. May I ask your name? He says, I am Farron of the House of Blah. I am Lord of Poros. See? He is only Lord of one settlement, so this loaded very quickly. Very, very quickly. And it also gives you a little link so you can kind of open up, I guess, the encyclopedia to Poros or whatever you want, right? But I went to go talk to the brother, and I said, may I know your name? And the game died. It just absolutely froze because it was trying to compute the brother saying, I am Lord of Balgard, Sibir, Varnavopol, Tial, Amprella, Argoron. It was trying to compute everything into one sentence for this guy to introduce himself to me, and it just crashed the game. I tried doing this 3 or 4 times, and it just could not compute what it was trying to do. It was trying to create like encyclopedia links to all the towns. It was trying to calculate all the towns. I mean, it was just absolutely impossible. So I had to stop playing the game. I actually could not finish it unless I wanted to take each town over one by one. And I wasn't going to do that, so I just stopped playing, and I'm starting to record this now. So I'm eventually going to want to introduce myself to every lord possible in the off chance that, hoping that that does not happen again, because I am going to eventually want to become lord of everything. But I'll probably deal with that at another point, not when I'm weak, just one person in my party who could easily fall prey to, a band of sea raiders or anything like that. For now, I'll just try to get a bit of money, a little bit of gear, and find a companion or two. I ran right into these looters. Well, well, well. Hope you brought your purse. Fight me if you dare. I hate fighting at night. Absolutely hate fighting at night. This is absolutely abysmal. You can try to change the in-game gamma and everything, and it's just doesn't work. It's absolutely horrid fighting at night. So we'll just try to kill these bastards. So glad that they reduced the rock throwing accuracy. And there's a level already. Very nice. Come on, you want to die. Here we go. Alright. 5 looters dead. Riding up to 28. Not too bad, not too bad. And bow up 6 points and riding up 3 points. Very nice. Very, very nice. Right, we'll take you and sell you into slavery, and we'll take all your loot to try to sell that too. Capacity exceeded. Well, not for long, don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're here in Lycaron now, and we'll just go ahead and sell all that stuff. Yeah, nothing better than what I have. Still at 40. Well, I must have looted some food. Yeah, I got a little bit of food. They have a mule, though. Somewhat expensive mule, but I think if I get that mule... That's 1 mule for now. Yeah, I can afford 1 mule. What a weapon. Do you have any nice pole arms? I've only got 1,520 gold, so probably not the best idea to start buying pole arms right now. But like I said before, I think I'm just gonna go around kind of playing a little bit of tab loot all over the place, gain a little bit of money, fight a couple of looters, and I'll be back later on. And there you go, the very first person I've run into. The first person, or not the first person was actually in Poros, but I just came to Lycaron. I got another 500 gold from Tabloot, and I saw that this guy, Nuldan the Prince, one of the people whose stats I really liked, I saw that he was in this tavern, so I decided to save the game, hire him to see if he had... free focus points, and he does. He has 18 of them. He has 18 focus points that I can put into whatever I want, so I have already found an incredibly good follower. Sadly, he's not a scout. He's got good roguery, though. That could help with, bribing my way into settlements and stuff. That's actually not bad. I could use a very good rogue. So I'll probably get his points up in roguery to start getting that built up a bit. Let's see what I can do. Definitely want to get his roguery up, since he's already got it really high and he's going to be our rogue. You know, it would be nice if he could get that worked up a bit. So let's get 3, 4. Okay, 4. Shit, hell, 5. Yeah, get your roguery to build up. Hopefully, those 5 focus points can get him up to like 200 or so. He does have very low points in cunning, so that's going to affect, you know, how much he can learn. But you know, maybe we'll put his eventual. I don't know how much he's going to be leveling up. In case you haven't played Bannerlord much, it's almost impossible to level up your followers. I mean, they're already, you know, some of them are already so high level that, you know, maybe Nul'dan the Prince throughout this entire playthrough might get another 2 levels, maybe. If like 1, maybe 2. He'll definitely get 1. I mean, it's only 35 more skill ups for anything he has, but I mean, 2 levels is pushing it. 3 is like a dream, is pretty much impossible. So I mean, it's really hard to level up your followers. You know, I think there are a lot of things that need to be tweaked in this game. That is probably one of them, because you can literally like conquer all of Calradia, and you know, even you yourself might just be like level 20, 21, 22, and your followers will also be like 20, 21. So I feel like the XP gain and skill ups need to be tweaked a little bit so you can get a bit more out of all the perks and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, getting any skill up to 300 plus is pretty much a pipe dream at this point. So hopefully they work on that a little bit. But gonna want him roguery. I'm pretty much gonna want all my followers to be horse archers. I really like the idea of having sort of skirmishing horse archer people, but horse archer with a melee weapon as well. Now he's already got 1 focus point in one-handed and two-handed. Probably gonna go for one-handed. I think one-handed. I think we can get a couple of points into one-handed, possibly. He does have 9 vigor, so that's really gonna help. I'm probably gonna just need to get like... Okay, with 2 focus points, he's already leveling up one-handed again. Okay, at 5.2x speed. That's pretty nice. And riding, I definitely want him to get a bunch of riding, because it's very easy for your companions to level riding if they're just hitting stuff with bows. So let's get something like 4 points, and I'm going to want him using archery. So that's another 4 points there. He's got 5 left, which I don't think I need anywhere else. I mean, if I'm just going to be using him as my rogue character, I can probably even do 5 in one-handed, 5 in bow, 5 in riding, and then I've just got 1 more skill. Just, oh, he can help out with smithing a little bit. That's always an option. It's nice to have multiple people. You know, if everyone in your party can refine stuff, that helps, because there's a cooldown on that. So we'll get his riding up to 5, his bow up to 5, and I want to say one-handed probably just at 4, and maybe 2 points in smithing. Maybe 2 points in smithing. And once he levels up, we can get that 5th point into one-handed, or a 3rd one into smithing. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. Because I'm not going to need him as a scout. I'm not going to need him as my tactician. I don't even know if I need a tactician, to be honest, because the passive is just the simulation advantage, the auto-resolve advantage, which I don't think I'm going to be doing ever unless I'm fighting looters, because none of your troops die when fighting looters. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to need a tactician. Pretty pointless skill, in all honesty, unless you like to auto-resolve a lot. But 2 points into smithing, pretty nice, learning at 3.17x speed. So, there we go. Our first follower, Nul'dan the Prince, with a very nice skill set, if I do say so myself. It would be embarrassing if now in beta, every wanderer you get has a bunch of focus points and I'm just kind of getting all giddy for no reason. That would be pretty funny. I'm going to have to check other followers. But this is a pretty damn good looking follower. Yeah, pretty damn nice. And I've got 2 focus points of my own. And riding, 1 riding point, 1 charm.